cleaned off the whole engine after we got it running. Said I'll give you a report later on what we think we need to do. Have not driven it at all. Scared to really kind of move it on the tires, but runs fairly okay. I think it's not going to rev up very well yet. Still some junk in it, but cleaned it all up. So we have a big old commercial hot water machine here. So we put a lot of gas in it. I don't say a lot. When I say a lot, maybe 3 or 4 gallons, just back and forth, because we dumped out probably 20 gallons just flushing the system out. And I don't know if we need to put more in there to get the gauge to work, but it's showing on empty. Brake fluid light on too. I haven't checked that level. The radio, it actually does work, but it only barely plays on one speaker here, and it's just like real tinny. None of the others work. So I don't know, maybe the speakers or themselves are bad, or the amps down here has got an issue. But like I said, that's an old vintage system, and myself and a lot of people have, not this particular model, some really the high-end old 80s models, we've restored them and made people want these things for vintage cars. You just don't go throw some late model radio in there. It's not a good idea to the value of the car. But anyway, that's kind of where it's at. The air condition will work, I think, when it has Freon in it. All the system seems to be working to that. I'm not going to put it in yet because of if it does have a leak, then and where and other things we may have to work on too. So, but all in all, this is about 4 hours of work on the car, other than towing it off. This is where it's at, and it actually works. So, the timing belt you probably read up is all down in this area here. So all this has to come out to work on it. And yeah, if we do that, we'll put new belts on them. They really don't look that horrible. The whole car is, relatively very decent. It's a nice car. Well worth putting whatever reasonable amount of money you want to put into it to make it better, but don't overdo it, I don't think. Like I said, I'll get more to you later. I'm just giving you an overview of what it's like cleaned up. We haven't cleaned the interior really. I wiped the windows down, but that's about it. You can hear it. So it revs up, but right about here, it's cutting out. But that's, like I said, expected right now because it hasn't really run much. But all the gauges work, other than I'm not certain that the fuel gauge is just maybe still out. So the coolant light's on is low. The brake light's on. Parking brake. It goes off there. Stop. It's got some lights out. No, stop lamp's good. So, not a big deal there. The clutch was totally stuck when we first got the car. He pushed it to the floor and it stuck to the floor. So we got underneath it and sprayed a bunch of stuff on the actually on the transmission throwout shaft, and it seems to be fine now. So yeah, that would have been one of those Porsche dealer things where somebody charged you 10 grand to fix that, but it was just stuck. So I'll get more to you later, but I want you to see the video now, so at least you got something to look forward to, because I said it's a pretty nice old car. I think you'll really like it when you get it all cleaned up. And like, so my guy here will do I wouldn't do a crazy detail, but we'll do a nice detail to it. So. And here's one of the other things that you may think about. It takes a lot to do this, but most of the Porsche guys, this is just kind of dirty over the years. They'll take these all off and paint them. We've done them before that way. It takes quite a bit of time to do it right, but that's just something you can think about. Usually that's just to do that alone is probably about $1,200, but it'll make the car look damn near new under the hood. But not necessary at all. This is